Mike Dell's World number 104 for January 2nd, 2009.
Gather round, let me tell you, kids, about the greatest beast that ever lived. He was far greater than the unicorn, 'cause I was just a horse with a narwhal's horn. And apparently there were monsters in the sea, but the great white bear was a fact and he roamed free. He was the size of a truck and the color of light, and there was nary a beast that would fight the great white. He had a magical coat that he wore all the time, and in the cold he felt fine. He was king in a world of ice, and as long as the water froze, he never thought twice. Oh, but then one day it all melted away, and the seals didn't come around, 'cause the fish didn't come around, and the whole damn kingdom ran aground when the air got warmer. Sons and their daughters will deal with the water that we leave down, and they'll look back on their great grandfathers and wonder what in the hell we were at.
And that was the Polar Bear song from Acres and Acres, I believe off of the PodSafe Music Network. Anyway, good morning, good evening, whatever the case may be. This is Mike. I'm sitting here down in the Mike Dell's World Ham Shack podcast studio, and just got a new new toy that I'm trying out. Of course, you might notice the audio quality is different. Hopefully you'll think it's better. I'll tweak it. But one good thing about it is I can now hear myself. I bought a couple of Behringer UB502 mixers. One for my mic, and we're going to set up a second one for Kathy's and then pipe it into this one so we can do a little fine tuning on the audio quality on her end also. But so far it seems like a pretty nice setup. Definitely quieter than the other mixer as far as picking up room noise and whatnot. I think it has just a little bit of processing going on in there, but I don't know. And I don't really have it hooked up the permanent way I'm going to have it hooked up, but should be. All right, I got, right now I just have a cable from the tape out jacks to the Griffin iMic USB interface. All right, yeah, it's getting geeky. But anyway, the furnace is about to start, so I'd be interested to hear if you can hear it, or I'll see if I can hear it when I listen back to this. But anyway, this is just going to be a short little podcast. Hopefully it doesn't sound terrible. And like I said, I definitely like being able to hear myself while I talk. Ever since I got Vista, I've not been able to do that. It doesn't work on the Mac, and it doesn't work on the Vista machine. The talk back into your headphones. The only issue I have right now is I got to figure out how to put the output of the speakers into the mixer, but not have it go in, go to the final out. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. It does make sense, but it doesn't. So that I can actually hear the music in my headphones instead of hearing it through the speakers, which means I've got to wear a set of earbuds under the headphones if I'm going to sit and listen to the music, or not try to talk over any music, which is probably a better bet. So, okay, now the furnace is fully started up and running. I can hear it through the headphones, but I don't know if it's making it to the final mix. We'll see. So, yeah, like I said, making it short. Wanted to try out a few things. Let me fiddle with it here. Okay, I'm going to turn the bass back to neutral. Okay, so that's neutral on bass and treble. All right, I'm going to turn the bass up all the way. So that's a ridiculous bass. Turned up all the way. And this is about where I had it, I think, when we started. Let me turn the treble up all the way. Hello, test 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can definitely hear that stuff. So if I cut back on the treble a little bit, about neutral. So anyway, let me know what you think. It's just one of those things. Oops, I got an email on the Crackberry. So, all right, I'm gonna play one more song. This one I wouldn't normally play, but I don't know. The title just sort of got to me. It's called Crack House by the New Birth Brass Band. That was called Crack House by the New Birth Brass Band from New Orleans. If you couldn't tell, it's one of those New Orleans street bands, or I guess they call them funeral bands, but doesn't sound much like funeral music. Kind of cool though. I picked that up when I did the Louisiana Sound Show a few months ago, and thought I would play a little of that while I fiddled here and read through a little bit more on this mixer. It's a real simple mixer, real cheap, actually. Can't say I spent a lot, but it's the first time I bought a new mixer. I've always been buying old mixers off of eBay. This will be the fourth one I've had on the podcast, and I think it'll do good. It's a Behringer Eurorack 502 UB502. They quit making them. That's probably why I got it so cheap. And it was kind of funny. Guy called me back. I think I said that on the last podcast, but he called me back after I ordered it, and he said, if you buy two of them, we give free shipping, and it only costs you about $10 more. So I got two mixers for the price of one and shipping plus $10. Anyway, pretty cool. And power supply is almost as big and as heavy as the unit itself. But like I said, don't have it figured out exactly how I'm going to hook it up. Like I said, I got kind of temporarily lashed up. I just wanted to hear what it sounded like. And apparently it's sounding okay. And like I said, the big thing is being able to monitor with headphones how my mic is sounding. So if I turn my head away from it, I can tell, and I won't do that, see. Anyway, sorry for the Inside Baseball podcast here. Since we went over about 15 minutes, it's 16 and a half minutes, figure we'll just call it a podcast and send it out. I was just going to test it. In fact, I probably listened to this, so if you actually hear it, I tested it and it sounded okay to me, so I sent it out. Otherwise, you won't see it. And I don't know if I said 103 at the beginning or 104. This is actually Mike Dell's World number 104. So if I said 103, I really meant 104. And anyway, so hopefully the audio quality is good and I can keep it standard and keep it a little more up to date. Of course, all that's going to go out the window when I do a portable podcast, when I either use the MacBook with the headset mic or if I use the portable recorder. But it's nice to have the studio set up a little bit better. And sorry about my voice, seems a little crackly today, so I guess I haven't been doing much talking, which is kind of abnormal for me, but anyway, hopefully it sounds all right. So let's call this a podcast. I won't go through all the other things except to say check it out over at MikeDell.com. I'm going to be, my New Year's resolution was a post a day. So hopefully I'll put at least one post on there a day, so you can keep up with what I'm doing, even if I don't throw a podcast out. The other New Year's resolution, I got a whole list of them up there. You have to scroll down a little bit because I've added a few things since. But there's going to be a podcast a week at minimum, and I still plan on doing that. Actually, I plan on 105 coming out. Let's see, I'll probably record it Monday and either put it out Monday or Tuesday, but my goal is by Tuesday morning I'll have a new Mike Dell's World up every week. See if I can go 52 weeks in a row doing that, and then, like I said, I'll throw up these little special deals. I'll try not to play so much music next time, because I do have a lot to talk about, and now that I can hear myself while I'm talking, it might even sound halfway decent. So catch me later.
Blueberry. This podcast is a member of the Blueberry Network. Blueberry. No E's. That's Blueberry, BLUBRRY.com. Blueberry.com.